What is up, YouTube? It's your boy, Professor JP, back at it again with another war recap. This is going to be a war recap video over Cold September's war against fake Wargasm in the CWL. As you can see, this war, Cold September came out to play. We were facing a very strong faked Wargasm clan, and we didn't disappoint. We came out 110 to 111. I'll look at the war results. We even had them on percentage, had a couple attacks at the end, both sides. It was quite a hectic finish. Cold September definitely could have came away with the win. It could have gone either way. I'm just proud of our guys for being able to put in the fight and prove that we can fight with anybody in the CWL if we show up and give our A game. So I think this is going to be big for our clan going forward. But without further ado, we'll jump into some of our replays here. The first one I'm going to show is against number 4, Redneck by Paps. It's going to be that Town Hall 10 coming up to hit the Town Hall 11s, but he's going to grab a very, very high percentage, so I had to show it here. We're going to start down here with the Queen Walk, dropping her down. It's got a couple defensive buildings already on her, Archer Tower, Wizard Tower, but it's nice to pick those up early in the Queen Walk. It's sort of an interesting base with the layout that they have, but it did absorb a couple hits, so I gotta say it was interesting, but it worked. So here we go, dropping the Rage down. All these Town Hall 11s have trolley air mines on the outside. You just have to be expecting that if you're a Town Hall 10 at this point. They're trying to disrupt everything. Nice poison spell down to take the CC and get the king. It's going to need a rage spell. Also going to need the ability. So that Town Hall 10 or Town Hall 11 point defense is so strong, even under rage and a poison on the CC. You do need to pop the ability if there's multiple point defenses on that queen. So we'll speed her up just a little bit here. Another rage down for the enemy queen. At this point, we're going to drop a golem up top along with a hog to grab that mortar. And at this point, we're just basically cutting the funnel to allow wall breakers to come in, to allow a king and some bowlers to go in for the town hall. We have a rage still left over. Nice freeze there, grabbing the Inferno Tower, preserving the life of bowlers and the queen and such. So what really grabs the percentage is this king and bowlers going around over here. Queen steps up, takes out the town hall for him here. And at this point, we're just picking up as much percent as we possibly can. And then we're going to end it off with a nice 72% on a Town Hall 10, or Town Hall 10 versus 11. Really helps sway the percentage of the war in our favor. Just unfortunately, it didn't come down to percentage on this war. It was close. This next attack we're going to show, we did have 2 10v10 3-stars. Faked Wargasm did have 3, so that was the score discrepancy. But we're going to jump into our first one right here, done by Ben. We're going to start with the Queen Walk. It's more of a suicide queen, I should say. And we're going to have a King Bowler Kill Squad go in for another air defense as well. So we're starting it off here. Just being nice and patient, waiting for the funnel to be set. There goes the jump spell. Sending a couple giants in there just to give a little extra tanking. Here goes the bowlers. And I believe they get a rage spell. Yep, there it is. Pop the queen's ability. It's sort of the meta now at Town Hall 10 to either queen charge with your queen and get lots of value and expect to encounter the CC with a hound in it, or to suicide her in because you don't want her to see the hound and you don't want to pop the hound in the raid. So Ben shows us here a good example of when you suicide the queen so you do not pop the hound. We're starting the Lalo here, heavy in the beginning, hasting them in. This next set of loons cuts the funnel, allowing these center loons to go in. Slightly late on the heal spell, but no big deal. Nice air skellies here on the base. And then we're just going to La Loon around the outside, picking off as many defenses as possible. And then he's going to haste these balloons into the last remaining threats of the base. And then a nice hound pop at the end here. So we'll speed it up as it's just cleanup, but he has cleanup all over the base here. We knew this was a 3-star from the second that last defense went down, because there's no way he wasn't going to be able to clean it up. Good fight here, Ben. Speed it up. There we go. Alright, so we're going to jump down now to our next 10v10 done by True Baca. Very similar army comp. Not quite the same, I don't think. It might be. Yeah, it's very similar. So here we go. We're going to send the queen in again. A nice giant as a mini tank for that queen again, just to let her live a little bit longer against that cannon. We're going to send her in. King set in the funnel back there. Queen's going to grab that air defense and go forward. Then, like I said, so the Suicide Queen and a King Bowler kill squad raging up those bowlers, making sure we get the queen down, and then the Hound lives, but it doesn't matter because there's nothing that can stop this. So what was different about this one is he didn't end up getting an Inferno on the kill squad, and he still chose not to bring a freeze, just because if you haste them along, and as long as they're full life loons, that's what the heals are going to be for, they can take out an Inferno tower without a haste, or without a freeze spell. So here we go, dropping the heal down, and then we're going to zoom these loons back into this last Inferno tower, and just clean up from this point on. King goes down to the pups. That's pretty big. Sometimes he can troll those loons around while he's running around, and the loons will take forever to clean stuff up because of the king, but it goes down nice and early to the pups, which is nice. And then from here it's just cleanup. He ended up being a little bit closer on the buzzer for cleanup, but it wasn't that big of a deal. We were able to get it. Town Hall was where we're going to finish up for our second 10v10 3-star. So this next attack, we're going to drop down to show some Town Hall 9 action. It's going to be Little Bruno. The part that impressed me the most about this attack is if you look, that's not something you're seeing with your eyes. Little Bruno has a level 15 king, and he's in CWL action, and he's 6-packed this war, fresh. He wasn't on scout duty. It wasn't cleanup. He's 6-packed with a level 15 king. And it's just going to come down to knowing the right attack strategy. So he's going to drop 6 healers down on this queen, just to make sure she's going to be okay throughout the full walk. Grabbing this first air defense, he's going to walk down. He picked off 1 Tesla already. Here goes another one. Wizard Tower, going to get another air defense here. And then we're going to continue the walk down the base, and eventually going to meet up with the king down here. Just that level 15 king, like I mentioned. You don't need 30-30 if you know what you're doing. Nice rage, going to catch the queen, the healers, and those wall breaker. So the only thing is when you do have that level 15 king, it gives you less room or margin for error, because obviously you're not going to get as much with those heroes. So you just got to make sure you do everything else correctly, but you still can 3-star 30-30 bases like with these kind of heroes if you know what you're doing. So now we're just raging, hasting loons along. As soon as that last wizard tower goes down, only an archer tower left. Clean up all over the base. Brought some extra minions for cleanup. Dropped that loon on the nice town hall because it's got high hit points. And then we're going to wrap it up with healers still left on the queen. Queen alive. Couple of loons. Nice hit, Lil Bruno. That was definitely very impressive and caught my eye. Our next attack here is going to be done by JT on Yoshi. So I know the last war recap I showed you guys a witch slap attack. This is I guess a variant on it that's been becoming more popular. Basically what you're going to do, and what JT is going to show us here, is that you're going to queen walk one side of the base. So here he goes, you're going to drop the queen down, 4 healers behind her, let her just go to work down there, and then you're going to start your witch slap per se on this side, drop some healers down, so the queen will take care of this side of the base, The healers and the witches will take care of this side of the base. And then it's the center part of it's like a traditional witch slap where you send the golem, your bowlers, your king, and maybe 2-3 witches or something to back it up. And you're just going to jump and rage that center portion while your 2 flank sides work around the outside, picking off external point defense, splash, and such, and cleaning up the trash. So attacks like these never really have a problem with cleaning up, just because they are cleaning up the sides as they go. So that's what's a good advantage to an attack style like this. So kill squad going in, bowlers chucking rocks down here. Still got some bowlers alive. King's ability, just hit it. And then this is where these bowlers really come in handy. They start bouncing rocks, and they're going to damage these point defenses, take some out. And then there's only 1 splash damage left on this base. It's this mortar. There's so many witches left. Queen's still got both of her, or all 4 healers on her. She's got a rate, or her ability still. This base is toast at this point. Even the backside Tesla farm is going to be no big deal for this style of an attack. Just because at this point there's too many skeletons left, Queen's ability and such. So I really like this attack variant on a witch slap, because it seems like it gets more value for your queen than in a regular witch slap. Especially if there's a hound in the CC, your queen's never going to see the hound. Just the witches and the wizards that go up into the middle will take care of it. So nice attack JT there, finishing up a very nice witch slap variant attack. So that's all I have for you guys today. I want to thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment if you have something that you'd like to see in the future. But until then, it's Professor JP signing out.